To go live, standing by to go live. Here we go, live. You ready, Jacob? What do you know? The Outcast podcast is back for episode number 69.
69, baby. 69.
You know, when you get a bunch of pervy outcasts together, we have to say 69. All weird.
Who you
and
calling a
stupid.
perv? I'm not a perv.
You slightly are a perv.
I'm absurd that you would call me a perv.
Why would you be absurd that I'm calling you a perv?
I don't know.
Because you're the one that told me that you had sex with a woman in 48 of the 50 states.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
kind of
true.
pervy, bro.
And just before the show, you said, please, for episode 69, ditch our normal theme we play and play Debbie Does Dallas
did.
theme song.
You did.
I did.
You did.
So
Yes,
here-
I did.
This is for you, perv.
I did.
Big perv. That's big perv
Well,
over there.
you know
What's
what?
up?
If I'm a perv and if any association with Debbie Does Dallas, then let me tell you, I am here for it. Listen to this.
Listen to this, man.
And the movie wasn't half bad either.
What is it? The premise of the Debbie Does Dallas porno is that she's a Cowboys cheerleader and she like bangs the team. I never saw it, but I've
Yeah.
definitely heard of Debbie
It was
doing
pretty
Dallas.
hardcore. Well, it was like the first. I don't know if it was the first porn ever or whatnot.
Oh,
but,
no. Couldn't have been.
No,
though.
hell no.
I think
But I
there
mean, it was
I
the
think there was
first famous
caveman.
one. I mean,
There was caveman porn, I'm sure.
I'm sure there was. You know, I think she did Detroit also, but I do know she did Dallas, possibly Detroit.
Well, welcome everybody to the Outcast podcast. We do have to pay the bills here and thank our sponsors, of course, betterhelp.com/outcast.
Thank you.
They're encouraging everybody this month to please put time into yourself.
Yeah.
We are constantly doing for others, which is nice. If you're a decent human being, that's what you do. You do nice things for others, but you do have to take time out of the 7-day work week to do something for yourself.
That's true.
And BetterHelp encourages you to maybe meditate, maybe take in the outdoors, maybe go fishing like Tomcat did. You said you were
that
at
was
peace
awesome.
with the
Good
earth.
job.
Oh, it was great.
Love it, man.
Also, therapy helps. You can get online therapy. Use our promo code BetterHelp. That's with a P. BetterHelp.com/outcast. Use our promo code and save 10% on your first month.
Do it.
It works,
there
I'm
you go.
telling you.
Yeah.
You know what? When it comes to therapy and the number 69, because this is our 69th episode.
Oh, here we go. What do you
Oh,
got?
wait,
Memphis?
hold on, wait. Listen. This
Big
is gonna-
perv. Big perv.
This
You
is,
have to get the
this
couch
is gonna
out.
make sense. My wife's birthday is 6/9, June 9th. This is Gemini
The
season.
brown couch.
It's Gemini season. Geminis need counseling for both of themselves. That's where BetterHelp comes in. See how I tied that back into the sponsor?
Yeah, very nice.
Thank you.
I like
See
it.
that?
Very nice
I
work.
tell y'all, man, just follow me. I'm gonna get you there, baby.
All right, man.
Just when I get going, you
We
just gotta
trust
let
you,
me
we
get you
trust
there.
you.
I promise you, when we get there, it's gonna be beautiful.
But I like it.
All right, welcome to the
Yeah.
show. We have the
Promise
Outcast
The ride,
here.
maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ramo G is here, the freaking Puerto Rican.
¿Qué lo que pasa, man?
We've
already
got
know,
Tomcat, your native son from Florida. He represents the white man. What's going on?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Yep.
And we got Memphis. What's going on? He's on air and he's everywhere and he's here for the Outcast podcast.
And your best friend in the whole wide world.
That's right. Big
Right.
big perv. We've got a lot
Oh,
of
God.
juicy stories to get into today. We got a plane that went down that nobody knows how. There was a sonic boom. We have vending machines.
He got shot down. Oh.
Vending machines in New York City that will give you a crack pipe for free. That's interesting.
Wow.
We got the NBA Finals. The new Little Mermaid came out, wildfires, and we have a woman that's now been married to artificial intelligence. So lots of juicy stories, and we had a death. But before we get too far,
Wow.
we've been creating these parody songs.
We have.
Number one was Ramo's song. That was DJ Ramo.
It was a great hit.
That was a big
It
hit.
was it was a good one.
It was a
Blowing up
slam.
on TikTok right now.
Yeah, TikTok, it's already over 100,000 views on TikTok. The next song was, I believe, your song about me, which was Wanna Be a Baller. And then I
Yes.
made one for Memphis,
Yeah.
Yes.
which was Guess Who's Back, Memphis.
Yeah.
That was
Now
That was pretty
the
good. That was
only
very
That was good.
the only person who hasn't gotten a song made about
Oh,
them
man, this is great.
is Tomcat.
I love it.
So here we are. This is Tomcat's special little ditty we
It's
created.
all about him, right? You don't never let
Should
him
we be
talk.
wearing hoods or anything?
Yeah, be ready. Here it is.
Hey.
Breaking it first here on the Outcast podcast.
Dude, CNN, MSNBC, they don't even get ratings.
We have a lot of breaking news to cover.
Fox News!
Thanks for spending time with us.
Hannity goes woof, Trump goes meow, Elon goes tweet, AOC goes squeak. Libs are blue, Biden might croak. Come on, man. Trey Radel snorts too.
Fucking coked up.
Joe's a quack, Tucker goes rogue.
CNN sucks.
Biden falls, ow, ow, ow. But there's one sound that Tomcat knows. What does Fox say?
Nobody has more respect for women than I do. Nobody.
What does Fox say?
The chorus, it goes on and on.
Nobody loves the Bible more than I do.
What does Fox say? Happy, happy, happy Trump. Happy, happy.
There's nobody that's done so much for equality as I have.
What does Fox say?
All the dumb people decided one day, like,
What does Fox say?
I just came up with that.
Tell me why you would even watch them. Fox dominates. 7 o'clock, you got it coming in with Hannity.
This is really embarrassing.
8 o'clock, primetime Jesse Waters.
why does no one like Kamala? Racism.
Laura Ingram's at 9 o'clock.
What are you talking about? This is stupid.
You guys are idiots, man. What are you watching? Fox News! CNN sucks!
Grab him by the pussy.
I got a message for all you liberals out there.
Grab him by the pussy.
You want my gun, my firearm? Come take it from me. Just walk through my door, come into my home, and take it with your weak, soft, liberal, girlish hands.
And there you have it, the Tomcat hit.
That is
What does Fox say?
It's a masterpiece. That is a
That was
masterpiece.
great, dude.
That was awesome.
What does Fox say? Very nice.
That was freaking amazing.
I expect that to be my ringtone, your ringtone when I call.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Make sure you send
definitely.
me that file, dude.
Definitely, I
The
need
whole
that.
thing.
Every time you text, what does Fox
That
say?
is great, dude. That is hilarious.
Yeah, he loves his
Perfection.
Fox. So very nice. I was happy to make that one for Tomcat. And he did contribute to it, as you heard some of his drops, but he didn't know exactly what we were cooking up.
Oh, it's way better than I thought it
That's
would be.
great,
It was
man.
awesome.
That's fun.
That's in my mind. I'm putting together
so
a doggone
good.
video to go along with all the clips of that, so it makes sense all the way through. We got to make that.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
We got to
freaking
do
great.
that.
There will be
I
a
know how to
video
do
coming
that.
soon to the hit record. What does Tomcat say?
Please no.
But we go from funny news to really sad news.
Terrible.
If you're a wrestling fan, and we all are representing our wrestlers from the 1980s, because a legend of the game has passed away. One of the great villains of the WWF, Gene Mean.
Mean Gene.
It wasn't Mean Gene that passed away, but that's what Iron Sheik passed away today. Oh, you have the Sheik? Oh, there he is. If you look up on the screen, we have the Iron Sheik. That is the actual toy from the 1980s.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Sheik.
My little brother had those.
He passed away.
He did.
You can't hear you when you're not talking into the microphone, unfortunately. I know. I thought you were talented enough to figure that out. He was 81 when he died, the Iron Sheik. Who was your favorite villain in wrestling, Tomcat? Favorite bad guy, if you remember any of the bad guys.
It's got to be who's the little guy that would run around the ring talking smack?
A little guy?
Oh,
Shawn
Jimmy
Michaels?
Hart?
Jimmy Hart.
Yeah, the mouth of the South.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bobby Heenan.
I used to get so angry with that little dude. Get him, man. He's right fucking there. Get him. Yeah.
Jimmy Hart used to start so much shit, didn't he?
The Macho Man at one point
Yeah,
was a villain.
there he is.
Undertaker was a villain.
So was
Hell yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, at
but the
one
Macho
point.
Man was the man, though, man.
But I would say, as
Yeah.
you bring up villains, you have to put the Iron Sheik up
Oh,
there
of course.
near the top. He had
Yeah.
the camel clutch.
He
did have a camel clutch.
He was one of my favorites when he was wrestling with Nikolai
There it is, the
Volkov.
camel
That takes
clutch
me
right
back,
there.
man.
When they did the tag team, and I think they actually
takes me
won the
back.
WWF Tag Team
I
Championship.
think they did.
I have a quick little clip here. Yeah, he used to be the tag team champion. Nikolai Volkov, Iron Sheik,
Yep.
WrestleMania 1. I remember they were the
Yes.
The
champs.
communist crew.
Yes.
Yeah, and representing the Middle East, kind of like LIV Golf. We'll talk about that later. But Iron Sheik from the Middle East. Here is Iron Sheik with Gene Mean. A little clip from back in the day, honoring Iron Sheik today on the day he passed away.
As they square off against former tag team champions Nikolai Volkov, partner of this man, my guest at this time, the Iron Sheik. This has got to be like the old country when you go to Sacramento.
You're absolutely right, June. Mean a special state capital, Sacramento, thousand, Iranian, Arab, Jew, everybody. If you don't mind, I want to say hello خدمت همه شنوندگان ایرانی عزیز سلام عرض میکنم. Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. No.
You speak good English too, Sheik.
Well, I prefer to speak my language first and then English. Now you listen when I say English. But I heard recently that young all-American boy come to the Big Apple and...
the Iron Sheik. He
No,
gets
Arabs right there, and he was like, I don't want to say it wrong, but you know what I'm saying? He was just kind of...
No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Shut up. He was like he said to the Arabs and the Jews and kind of giving one love to both, which I thought was cool.
The one nice thing, too, that maybe you don't know about the Iron Sheik is you've seen his persona in the squared circle with WWF, but he was also a real legitimate Greco-Roman wrestler.
Really?
Yeah, he nearly made his Olympic team for his country in Iran.
Nearly?
He almost did, but he was one
So
of...
who the motherfuckers that beat him out?
I'm not sure. But then
It was the Steel Sheiks.
Since he
Because
didn't make the Olympic team,
I get
the
it.
Steel Sheiks.
Oh. Damn it, those Steel Sheiks.
You will forever be iron.
Then he went to the
The
U.S.
Iron
He became an assistant to the U.S. team. They actually hired him to be an assistant for the U.S. team. And then all of a sudden he broke into professional wrestling in 1979.
They use that.
Now he
term very
broke into
loosely,
the
don't they?
headquarters of professional wrestling.
Probably.
Yeah.
They
Or
needed some gear or
that's when
something
he
like
started
that.
his career. Just kidding.
When he bomb it?
It was right around the Iran-Contra issues.
Yeah,
When he,
it's in the early 80s.
Not Nintendo Contra,
Ooh.
Iran
Was
Contra.
that North guy in it?
Yeah.
he was in the Hall of Fame, inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2005, and
He earned
he's
it.
survived by his wife, Carol, married for 47 years. He looks like he's got 3 kids, so... Now,
Three?
God bless the Iron Sheik. We all
Yeah.
have our
3
wrestlers.
kids, that'll kill anybody.
See, I have Hot Rod, Roddy Piper.
Rowdy Piper, the Piper's
The
Pit.
Sheik, baby.
Who do you have, Tomcat? You have
He's giving a shout out to Iran on one side.
and then who does Memphis have?
Oh, yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage.
You ain't going nowhere.
He was in Tampa.
That's my favorite thing he says.
He used to live in Tampa.
Yeah,
And then who do you have, Ramo? You have
George the Animal Steel.
Good
don't
lord.
you got
one
some
of my
like a
favorite.
turnbuckle to bite or something?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. He got a green
Like
tongue.
yeah.
So watch
he was
out,
always
ladies.
weird.
I
He seemed like a creep anyway.
just.
I'd rather be the Macho
what?
Man. He was like my favorite.
Yeah, I
George the
remember
Animal
George
Steel
the
was
Animal as
cool,
being
dude.
very, like, for me as a kid, I was kind of weirded out by
Yeah, he
George the
freaked
Animal.
me out, man. I didn't
thought
like
he
him
was
when he
cool.
I
wrestled.
thought he was a
Didn't
cool
like
Like
it.
your
dude.
dog.
He just kind
was
of
a good
came
guy.
out and he was just like,
Yeah, and then he started chewing on the doggone turnbuckle. Like, who would do such a thing?
he was all sweaty and
That's-
shit.
Yeah,
He's
it's
ready
weird.
to kick some ass.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
don't know what kind of shit he was on.
Now, as
man.
I'm older, I can appreciate it, but as a kid, I was just probably like, that's just a little weird.
Little wussy.
Yeah, no.
I get it.
Oh, yeah.
too
Is that how
intense
it
for
is?
you.
Is that how it is?
Too intense
Yeah, I
for you.
guess.
I
Don't make
get
me
it.
throw the Iron Sheik at you. He already dove off the back rope and hit me in the back
He
of the head.
did.
That's why I won't put
He
him back up
did.
there because it
He
already
totally
fell on my
did.
head and it hurt.
You wanna
All you
impress
heard
me,
was
bite your
ouch.
pillow.
You hear him go ouch. And I'm like, what the hell happened? And he goes, the Iron Sheik. I like he got your ass.
Sure
he got
did.
one. He got one before he left. He was getting somebody. TK, you should be honored, dude. The Iron Sheik gave you the elbow before he left.
He actually did.
Gentry, who do you have?
What's that? I have the Hot Rod. He's one of the great villains as well. I
Yes.
loved Piper's Pit when he
Yeah.
would bring
Now, are you
people in.
touching his wang there?
I'm
Because he's
sorry,
got
I'm
to draw.
sorry.
Jeez.
I was
What
trying
happened to his skirt?
I don't have the skirt for the Hot Rod, but
It's in his
yeah.
bedroom.
I
Now,
love
is that. Now, is
on the
that
wall.
is that Target tuck-friendly underwear there? What is
Yeah, you want to come over here and suck on my bagpipe or what, Tomcat? Yes.
Damn.
It is
It's a 6
episode
night show.
69,
So
yeah.
69.
all kind of shit
Great
is going to be
minds.
said today, ladies and gentlemen. So if you were always mad at us before, well, get some popcorn because we got to go there
we're
today.
just getting it today. Let's move on to our next topic, which it's going to New York City. There's 2 things happening in New York City today that has concern amongst the people.
What, Broadway?
We'll stop
It hasn't been pretty good. I mean, the
This is
reviews
terrible.
are not well.
Sorry, Broadway.
The reviews are not well.
Well, we have people in New York. There's some people are happy about it. Some people are upset. But New York has now unveiled, the health officials, the new vending machines that feature drug-free paraphernalia, anti-overdose meds. You can get your fentanyl test strips. You can get your crack pipes. There's all kinds of items in there. All you have to do is walk up to this vending machine, type in your zip code and where you live in the city of New York, and it will just spit things out for you.
And let me tell you, it cost them how much? $11,000 per machine, right? They cleaned it out in 24 hours.
So I guess there's people that are happy about it because they think that it's helping
Except for the fentanyl
drug
strips.
problems. But then there's people that's really upset, people that watch Fox News.
Yeah.
Because they feel like
No, the people in the
taking
community
money out
there.
of their tax dollars.
There are a lot of Fox
They don't want to.
News
They don't want
watchers
to.
in that neighborhood.
No, they don't want a crack fucking machine. These are the same people that took cigarette machines out of their neighborhoods. Why? Because cigarettes are bad for you.
They are.
So why would you encourage crack smoke? And especially with the fentanyl shit, why would you ever like give somebody a loaded gun like a crack pipe to be like, here,
Well,
it might be fentanyl, it might not be.
I get it.
And that's what they left behind, the fentanyl test strips. They didn't take them because you got to put your drugs on them and they don't want to do that.
Right. Well, as far as like the meds and the life-saving stuff, I'm not opposed to that. But like the crack pipes, I mean, they're going to get that shit anywhere. But like, I'm not necessarily happy that they have that in there. Like, yeah, like that's probably not something or something they could do without having in there. But some of the other stuff may be quite usable, especially if they find out that they're not really taking it to use it for anything nefarious.
Well, I don't see nothing too bad about it.
It's to save somebody's
I
life.
mean, I get. I mean, it's kind of effed up because it's one acknowledging that hey, there's a fucking problem
Big
that's
time.
been there for a long time.
That's true.
But it was good when it was in the urban areas and like Times Square and all other places of America. But once it got into the suburbs, oh, now it's a problem. Yeah, but the problem is like way out of control now. So this is actually a good thing for somebody who grew up around seeing crack pipes and needles all on the ground and shit like that. I would prefer this.
You're still going to see them on the ground is the problem.
Let me just say, I would not want
See
one
more.
of these in my neighborhood. In my neighborhood, I wouldn't want it.
Well, what they're saying on some news outlets is that people are camping out around them and waiting for them to be
And
restocked.
they take all the shit and sell it.
And so it's become like a
Human
area
nature,
to
man.
flop around these vending machines. And so
Yeah.
the people in the neighborhood and the business owners are like, I'm not very happy that the health officials here in our state just plop down these vending machines for drug addicts.
Well, they trying to do something good, you know. I mean, you know, they obviously saying, listen, we have a problem that's bigger than one would know. So maybe this can try to stop the bleeding momentarily while we figure some other shit out. You know, that's what I'm thinking they were doing versus just like, let's just do some shit, for shits and giggles. Now I don't think it's.
And honestly, here's the thing, and maybe this is what they were thinking of. How are these, people who are addicted getting their pipes otherwise? Like, are they stealing from stores and things of that nature? Because if that's the case, then you got people
Crackheads
who are
have no
losing
problem
money.
getting a crack pipe, not to cut you off.
No.
we know that.
They make them
but-
out of whatever the fuck.
All right, so how about we don't disparage people with obviously an addiction and a mental issue?
I'm not disparaging them.
No,
I
that's exactly
had
what
an
you're doing when
addiction
you call them
problem.
a crackhead.
Crackheads have no problem getting a crack pipe. They're crackheads.
Yeah,
I got
they'll
something.
steal it.
How
But
about
that's
this?
what I'm saying. Like, doesn't that affect the local market and the economy as well?
No,
If
they'll
they're in the
make it.
store stealing and shit
Well,
like
They'll
that?
make the crack pipe.
Or they'll steal it out of the store or some shit like that.
Right,
Or,
right.
Well, let me ask you guys
rob it out of
this.
somebody's house. Like,
Let me ask you guys this, because TK, you say you wouldn't want that in your neighborhood, and
No,
I understand it. I understand it.
nobody
You know
does.
what I mean? Because if it was one in my neighborhood, I'd be like, yo, what's up with
It's
that?
weird, right?
I'd move.
But to be
Maybe.
fair, if you don't want those, why would you allow dispensaries in your neighborhood?
Because that's a medicine.
But
Here's the thing
crack
about
could
weed.
be-
Here's the thing
crack
about
could be-
this is
medicine.
a
It's a
crack
medicine.
is a scourge
I
on
know it is.
people.
Totally
I know it
different.
is,
You can't
but-
use apples and orange. Not even
I
apples.
know,
Apples
I
to
know a
guitars,
few
bro,
functional
like-
crackheads, like career crackheads. Trust me.
Sure.
And
Sure.
that's like their
Rainbow?
medicine. As crazy as
Yeah.
it sounds,
No,
we grew up we all grew up through the crack in pandemic.
Sure.
So we know.
Nobody's judging that.
And there are
Yeah.
still people who
Sure.
are functionally crackheads,
And that's what I'm
you
saying.
would
Like,
never
let's not
know. A lot of
let's not
times.
call them
Listen,
crackheads.
listen.
though.
Yeah, so
They're
I
generally
would-
missing teeth. That's a good way to tell.
They would have
Wow.
called. Look, when I was using, I would have called myself a junkie, right? Doesn't matter what you call it, right? If you're in the throes of addiction, you're trapped. You're
Big time.
you're
100%.
You have to find a way to break the thirst, but there is a way. I did it.
Yeah.
I was totally addicted,
Good
and
shit,
I
bro.
had to go to AA and everything to get myself off of booze, off of drugs.
So glad
but I
you
did it.
did.
I don't drink. 10 years, going over 10 years. I don't do no drugs. I smoke weed. So weed, and I'm not trying to be holier than thou with the weed, but weed doesn't kill you. And if you OD on weed, you fall asleep. You know, like
some doctors will say it causes cancer.
If you smoke it, it causes cancer.
Possibly.
But you don't have to smoke it anymore. You can eat it.
You got to understand, you're burning different chemicals than when you're burning tobacco, so it's probably a lot less likely.
According to doctors, they're saying it's like 5 times more likely to give you cancer than cigarettes. They say.
If there's one thing we found out in history is that you can pay people to say any fucking thing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why there's a war on drugs in America now.
Well, they lost that war.
Perhaps.
They lost that.
Perhaps. So let's be honest with ourselves.
That war was lost when they started. That was like way the white flag ahead of time. No, the new drug. No, the new drug push is the pharmaceuticals.
What's this new drug they're doing?
Meat gives you cancer.
That shit they got motherfuckers looking like goddamn fucking zombies for real shit. Yeah. And they like that bath salt shit. Now this new shit, like motherfuckers are like literally walking dead motherfuckers with shit falling off of them in real time. That shit happened in Philly, yo.
It's a synthetic.
That's crazy.
That's like
my thought on these vending machines is, why don't you have like a therapist or something sitting under a tent if you really want to help a drug addict?
Sure.
Why don't we put some mental health doctor sitting there at the corner of whatever under a tent, and somebody that they could talk to?
Sure.
And I bet they probably wouldn't be. They'd be looking for the crack pipe still. So I don't know what we got to do.
But you know what? But it could be that therapist, because like TK said, when you want to break the thirst. And that could be the point that somebody's wanting to, and they just need somebody there that's not gonna judge them for anything at all, and it's gonna like be that joke to them for them to go to their road to recovery. So having a therapist around something like that, it's not a bad idea, because you never know. You may not get out, but you'll get some.
And here's something to take into consideration too.
These nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
What the rim shot with that?
Yeah, he hit the wrong one. Not everybody has the same, abilities to do shit. Some people
like reach around.
So, in other words, some people can quit, and some people have a hard time learning or finding out how to do that.
That's true.
And it takes them sometimes to their deathbed.
That was me. I mean, I almost killed myself doing it.
Yeah,
for sure. My dad did. He died. He
That's
OD'd.
what I'm saying. Like,
my aunt.
It's
OD'd.
serious. The addiction runs in my family. Like, it's a terrible thing. It's a crisis. We need to look into it.
Yep. Well, the thing, and that's why I say putting the vending machines out there. Some people would say it enables it, and with the fentanyl crisis, it's like a Russian roulette, right? If you tell them go ahead and do it, it's not like it was before. They could do it, get high, and then maybe you don't die. And now it's like you could do it with, and if the fentanyl's too much in it, that's it.
Yeah, and like you're saying, if you playing Russian roulette with it, chances are you're gonna lose.
Right.
Oh,
So it's a different game now. All people, I guess we always say this every generation, but now it truly is, and a lot of people would say, I do believe it too, we're being poisoned by China. They're sending fentanyl over here that is being manufactured in Mexico.
Well, maybe Mother
brought across
Nature.
the border.
It's possible that maybe Mother Nature is wreaking havoc right now up near New York City, because she's not happy with what's going on. Because there are fires in Canada that are now blowing into New York City.
We're in Canada, because I'm in Toronto on Friday.
For those of you watching the live video here on YouTube, or for those of you that are watching us on video, which, by the way, we encourage you to just subscribe to us on YouTube.
Thank you. Please.
Watch us on the TikTok and all the places that we're out there. Please follow us and subscribe. But show some of the footage of some of this smoke in New York City. So not only do these poor people in the Big Apple have to deal with high rent, they have to deal with liberal policies. They also have to deal.
Nice shot.
Just like to slide that right on there. You Republican ass.
Well, I mean, they also have to deal with vending machines giving out crack pipes. Now they have to deal with smoke over Yankee Stadium.
Helping
you can't even go see Aaron Judge hit a home run
well, that park's a
without
joke anyway.
nasty
What is the right
smoke
left
and
are we
smog.
looking at here?
They suck
Right,
anyways,
left.
don't they?
Nobody likes the Yankees.
Yeah, really. Do you? I thought you were a Cubs fan.
I am a Cubs fan, but I can appreciate Yankee Stadium if I'm in New
What
York.
are you guys talking about?
Chicago's not a big fan of New
These
York.
people can't even walk outside.
And I'm from St. Louis. You know what? You won't hear a asshole say anything nice about freaking Yankee Stadium.
Let me say this. They shut down a large airport in New York, if I'm not mistaken, over this shit.
The FAA has stopped flights in New York City because of this smoke over the state of New York.
Now, what happened in Canada? Trudeau's out there making a little fire in the back of his house.
I'm telling you, it's a trailer park boys fucking around. Probably trying to get some dope across the border.
Yeah.
It's Trudeau with one of them little skinny cigarettes.
What? Well, you're trying to be offensive?
I don't know.
I think you're
Is he French? No. Is French Canadian? I don't know.
So how do you guys feel about New Yorkers, by the way? You know,
Fuck it.
I love them.
Yeah, I can take and leave them. It don't matter to me.
Yeah.
I think they're great.
I like New Yorkers. You know,
Sure.
they're no nonsense people. They don't want to waste time, and they want good service. That's one thing I've noticed with them.
They want to honk that car horn too, boy.
Yeah. They use that as like a turn signal.
Yeah.
Because some of you drive like jackasses.
Move,
I totally
you jackass.
understand.
Move.
Oh, nice one.
That was
Meanwhile, folks like us like, man, fuck y'all. I'm
gonna
gonna take my time, bitch. Do something.
All right,
My aunt
get in
lives
front of me.
my aunt lives up
You
there in the
New York
village.
tough.
I've been up there numerous times throughout my life, and it's I love the city. It is crazy. It's a crazy place.
The jungle, the concrete jungle.
It is very crazy.
Let's
Yep.
move on from New York to D.C. We have a story here that was brought to my attention by our Fox News
Taxation
viewer.
without
Where?
representation.
This is our Fox News
What would
viewer.
Fox say?
Well, Fox says, and
Terrible.
also ABC. This is confirmed by ABC and Fox. Let's go to our
suspect.
chief correspondent.
Queef correspondent.
ABC's David Muir, I believe is the way you say his name.
Muir.
Here he is.
Sus.
You gotta roll
with
your
the
R
latest.
with
There's
that on
some
the low
new
end.
questions over planes that are flying over DC. Please.
In Virginia, everyone on board killed. The pilot had been seen slumped over while that plane was flying in the air near what was supposed to be very secure airspace over this country. The question, why did it take the U.S. military 90 minutes to scramble F-16s? Again tonight, Martha Raddatz.
Martha.
Tonight, as investigators search for
Martha
clues in
coming
the
in hot.
wreckage of that private jet, questions remain about why it took 90 minutes before fighter jets were launched to intercept the plane.
They shot
Our
it
Mary
down.
Bruce pressing the White House today.
Do you think that the underlying protocol needs to change here?
They responded in a very textbook fashion here, but I also said they'll take a look at this.
Air traffic control losing contact with the pilot just 15 minutes after he took off from Tennessee.
So, the conspiracy, though, around this particular story is the fact that the 4 people that died in the plane, there was the pilot, there was a wife, there was a daughter, and I believe there was a child caretaker and maybe another person on this plane.
Consuela?
Yes.
Yes,
And
Consuela.
the father of the family, he survived. He was on the ground. It was his family up in the ground. He was a big Trump donor. Donated a lot of money to the Donald Trump organization. So now there are conspiracies swirling around that these chain of events set off unresponsive plane, taking too long to respond to this plane. Now there are people that say on their Ring cameras they have this sonic boom that you hear at around the same time, to where like maybe the plane did get shot down. Right. And so now there are a lot of conspiracies out there that maybe the U.S. government possibly, or someone maybe, be wanting to take these people out.
Absolutely not.
You don't believe that?
Hell no, dude.
I mean, I'm trying to visualize that in my mind.
Allegedly.
No.
Here's like that don't even seem right.
Come on, dude.
That seems like that's a switch. That's a big.
Fuck,
that's a big switcheroo right there. Nah, I don't believe that. But what I am concerned is 90 minutes it took them that motherfuckers that long.
Yeah, but
that
that's what they're saying, that maybe they did that on purpose.
But even still, you know,
It's
our
protocol.
enemies are already been like, they showed us how we can raid
Here's
these
my thing.
motherfuckers. January
What if
6th. It take them that long to get fighter jets? Okay, let's test them out one time.
Was it a fighter jet?
No, I'm just saying.
No, they were going to send fighter jets to shoot it down because it was out of control, I guess.
Listen, let me say, I already know this. The fighter jets, the F-16s, they were right with it. They looked at it. They saw the guy slumped over in the plane. So they were right along with it as it went down. Some people speculate it ran out of gas, but nobody really knows because they said it could take upwards of 2 years to find out. My thing is, what if the pilot, something happened to the pilot before they took off, and then the people couldn't navigate, they couldn't do anything, and the guy slumped over, he's messed up. But the thing that's weird is they turned around to go straight back. Like maybe he did have a medical issue, because if you look at the flight path, the flight path goes to where they're supposed to go, and then they miss the airport they were supposed to go to by 50 miles, right? Then they turn around and go boop straight back through Washington, right over the White House, right? But never deviate from that course and then crash. So it kind of seems like they turned around, maybe a medical emergency, and then that's it, unresponsive, and then they just keep going. They don't know how to fly the plane, and it crashes. I don't know.
But did they get any radio signals or calls from the plane saying,
they're saying they lost communication with the plane.
My girlfriend's big beef is that why didn't the people in the plane like grab the wheel and land the plane?
Or not even that, just get on the flight. Like, aren't a lot of planes?
I don't think that would. I don't think it's that easy.
Or
and
maybe
I just
he
felt
was like maybe before he knew he was about to say TK's theory
He
where
passed out.
he
It
had
sounds
a
like.
thing, but before he passed out, he switched on autopilot. But he was like aware enough to like, oh fuck, I'm about to fall out.
But then he ran out of gas.
Put this motherfucker on, so at least they can. In his mind, hopefully
why did
they
they
can figure it out. To like, hey, we need some fucking help, or we gonna die. Well, unfortunately, that's what
it's a
happened.
mystery. It's a mystery.
That's weird, man. That's
autopilot can't land.
I mean,
I would imagine.
Who are these people that come up with these theories as quickly as they do, though? That's the question we should be asking.
People trying to start shit.
It's called the internet.
No, but somebody has to start.
It's everyone in the world.
Yeah, but you trace it back. I just want to know,
And
who came up with that shit?
The guy's name is John Rumpel. That's the guy. He's the Florida businessman.
Rumpelstiltskin again.
He has been funding the Trump political operation. He's also at times.
We're finally gonna score.
Wrong one. Sorry.
Bad drop.
Don't be rude.
Don't be rude.
Then if you read into this John Rumpel's history, how about this? This guy's got bad luck, man. He's having a bad time right now. He lost his wife just now and his daughter and his caretaker in this flight that just happened this past Sunday.
Yeah. Right.
You look back to 1994, he had another daughter die in a scuba diving tragedy.
Damn.
And so his wife, the one Barbara, she died on the plane. She was a big executive with the National Rifle Association.
NRA.
So now you got the NRA involvement. You've got the John Rumpel involvement, big donor to Trump. You had his daughter already somehow killed in a scuba diving tragedy. Now his wife and his daughter are killed in a plane wreck. I mean, however you look at it, it's tragedy. It's
Big
just
time.
sad.
It is. It's horrible for him.
Bad news. So, but there are some people saying, the guy's donating to the Trump organization, and they're taking out his family. That's what the conspiracy theorists are going to try to do. Is somebody knocking on the door now? Is that the CIA? Are they here?
Shit, yeah.
That's how you know when
it's
you're
TK's
live.
voice. That's bullshit, dude. I don't think. No way. No way on earth.
Are you leaving, Tomcat? Are you afraid of the CIA? Oh, he's locking the door.
He's unlocking. He opened the door.
Oh, somebody just dropped. We thought maybe that the actual CIA was, since we are live on YouTube now.
Yeah, so if something was happening to us, you motherfuckers run up in here, you cameras will get them. But y'all better do something. Y'all better call somebody, like send some help.
And just so they know,
fucking Iron Sheik at Ramo.
We don't really know shit. We're
speculating. Yes. It's all alleged.
Yes, we're speculating. Everything's alleged right now.
But if you watch Fox News, they might be talking about it tonight.
CNN, MSNBC, they don't even get ratings.
Yeah, man, I love that song. If you stay tuned, maybe we'll play it for a second time.
I hope that happens.
I like that song.
It's hilarious. We can go out in it.
So I had my daughter have me take her to the new Little Mermaid.
Okay.
I guess there's a brand new Little Mermaid.
Yeah, a new one.
Summer is out. The kids are out of school now, which means I don't have to be in the parent pickup line.
I love it.
So she was excited after she watched the new Little Mermaid to watch the old Little Mermaid from the 90s.
Okay.
Making me feel old, the old Little Mermaid back from the 90s.
Right.
She says, after she watched the one that I grew up on, she was like, Dad, why did Eric drink beer and then want to connect with a 16-year-old Little Mermaid? It seemed like he was a little old for her.
Sounds very American to me.
Yeah, don't it?
Yeah, a white man getting with a young woman who's willing to give up everything to be with him.
Very mouth breatherish, if you ask me.
And so even the poor Little Mermaid is now outdated for the youth. It's all been spoiled. You can't even watch the little crab under the sea.
But I would argue, where are your stories? You went to the theater to see our story remade. Where's your story? make a story.
Actually, The Little Mermaid's been out for a very long time. I don't think that story was made up.
I've never even seen that movie, and I care not to see this.
Me either.
You missed
Even
mine.
though Halle Bailey is in it,
Okay,
I
I'm
like
sorry.
her. She looks
I did.
cool.
Never seen
Her
The Little
sister
Mermaid?
Kind of a
No.
little slut though, but not Halle Berry. Halle Bailey. It's little. She a part of a single group. You do your Googles later. But anyway, she the Little Mermaid, and it was the controversy because she's a black girl, but she's she's a cute girl.
Who?
Sweet
The
girl
chick
too.
in the thing?
The
I
new,
heard
The Little Mermaid?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a controversy.
Oh,
that
it
she was
was.
black.
Oh, it was.
Well, because Spider-Man in the Spider-Man movie you're talking about, he's black, right?
He's half
it's like
Puerto Rican.
Nobody cares.
What's
Yeah,
the
it's-
controversy?
Puerto Rican. Yeah.
because
no, it
the
shouldn't.
last
They don't.
the Little
It's true.
Mermaid that we grew
They
up
don't
on
care.
was white, but they changed the character and made her white to black, and people were mad.
Most
about
people
that.
don't care.
Bullshit.
Most people don't care about
Shit.
that.
The Fox News people were mad.
Wow.
They were upset.
Listen, look.
They're paid.
I must
is-
say,
they're
she
paid.
is Redbone.
Goddamn. All right. Well,
She mixed.
well, I guess this is 69
Just sing her ass
show and not so horny.
Just kidding.
I mean, there's an attractive mermaid though.
She's a pretty girl, and I'm pretty sure most people don't have a problem with that. You know, whether or not the movie sucks. That's what do I always say? Subjective.
Yeah, it's subjective of that too.
People are going to complain no matter what you do.
Yeah, I know.
Sure.
You know what freaks me out? Mermaids do freak me out though.
I don't, and I don't like mermaids either. I'm going to tell you that also. Thank you, Memphis, for bringing that up. Because
Yeah,
that
like,
movie, remember
mermaids
the
really
other
freak me
movie?
out.
Daryl Hannah? You're
Yes.
talking about the
Yes.
Tom Hanks,
and
Daryl
I did
Hannah
not like
Splash.
it. And when
I
she was in the
love that movie.
bathtub,
That
I
was a
just
fun
thought
movie.
it
Wait,
was
you know why? And here's why
weird.
mermaids freak me out, because as beautiful as they may be, you like, wow, that is the most beautiful half woman I've ever seen in my life in the water. And she want to come on land, and if I do it, I should. I'm thinking with the wrong head, but the big head is like, you
Where?
know what? If you do it, hold on, hear me out.
Oh.
Hold on, hear me out. You get her, and she come on, and she like turns to a fucking monster and like eat your ass, and then she turns into like.
Well,
human.
that is supposedly.
See,
what
that's why I don't
they're
trust
called
mermaids, man. They
sirens,
freak
and
me
that's
out.
what they do.
Yeah,
A
see?
mermaid is a siren, and they trick the sailors and bring them in, and then they destroy their ship
It's
and
like
kill
a
them.
sea. It's like a sea Medusa.
Are you saying Little Mermaids are evil? Is
Well,
that-
Yeah, I
the
am
original
saying-
mermaids are evil.
I'm
They're
saying
sirens.
all
Yeah.
mermaids, big and little,
So she's
and plus size. So I don't want to leave them out because we got in trouble last week for talking about Lizzo.
See, I told you.
and he was drunk too. He was like drinking on the ship. He's like, I'm gonna sleep with this mermaid.
Never trust a big. Never trust a big fin and a smile.
His friends were like, no, you won't, dude. I bet you won't do it.
Look at this guy.
You know he did it. And he's like, watch this. They don't think I can do it. Hey, watch this.
Hey, get the net.
I'm about to pull this mermaid real quick, dog. Watch this. And next thing, your ass gone.
All right, let's move on to our next topic. You guys are getting silly here. Let's talk about something real. The fact that I won some money on the last game. I put some money on Miami. They were getting 8 points in Game 2 against Denver on the road.
This
And
series
Jimmy
is already
buckets.
Yeah, so they won by 3.
Yeah, and so I covered and won money. Yes.
Well, congratulations.
Nice.
So now I'm
Greg.
wondering, should we bet on Game 3 as the game comes back home to Miami tonight? Big tip-off tonight, Miami.
Yeah.
I think they're only getting 4 points now at home, but they're still the underdogs. Miami playing the dogs all series long, but they keep winning. Miami versus Denver locked up at 1 game apiece. The game is televised on ABC.
This guy, what's his name? Jokic?
Oh, yeah.
Jokic? That guy.
Nikolai Jokic.
He's a beast.
I told y'all about him last
Guy's a
week.
beast, man.
Remember, I told you, I said I didn't get it till I watched them when they played the
and look here.
Phoenix series, and then when they played the Lakers. I'm like, oh, I get it.
The combo.
Jokic they call him the Joker for a reason. This motherfucker is crazy.
The combo of him and the other little guy
Jamal
that
Murray.
sneers.
Jamal
He
Murray.
sneers all the time. He's a little sneerer. You
Yeah.
see him
He went to
sneering?
Kentucky. He's a mouth breather.
They're
too.
amazing, though. Those two together.
Yeah, he's a mouth breather.
He pitches it back to Jokovic. That's
good-
a
yeah.
tennis player. Sorry.
It's a good series. Watch Game 3 tonight. Right now, series knotted at 1 game apiece on ABC. So it's exciting stuff. I like the NBA Finals. I'm rooting for Miami.
I'm rooting for
Of
Miami,
course
but
you
those two guys are good.
Rooting for Miami. Of
Rooting
course
for
you
Miami.
are.
Yeah.
Have no.
What about you, Memphis? You Denver?
Homers.
Hell yeah.
Okay, you're the outcast of the outcast. You're
That's fine.
You're an
I'm-
outcast of outcasts.
That's fine.
I'm looking at you,
I
Rainbow.
walk
You better pick
alone
Miami.
anyway.
What are you look? Were you looking at me for what?
You better pick Miami.
Why does Ramo have to pick Miami?
Yeah,
Can't
yeah.
put pressure on
For
him
what?
like that.
No.
What if you didn't want to pick Miami?
I'll say this just like this. I hope Miami wins for everybody who I know likes Miami. I'm not a Heat fan, so I could carry it away. But I think Denver's gonna win.
Bullshit.
I hope so.
It's kind of a half-ass way of saying you don't know or you ain't.
Let me just say this: every time I root for a team, they have lost in the past. But I was living in Miami when they won the championship with Shaq, and that was awesome.
That was different.
It was fun for them to watch. It was good to watch that. I was happy for them for that.
That was a great
I hope
series.
Jimmy can do it. I hope he can.
Just not this year.
Let's talk one more quick sports note here on the Outcast podcast,
What we got?
episode 69. LIV, the new golf tour that kind of has taken by storm. They're out of Saudi Arabia.
Oh yeah, I heard about
They
them.
spent all this money on
Akbar.
making sure that all the
they gonna get
golfers
your
were
ass.
getting paid, and the PGA hated them. They despised them. I mean,
I don't even know what that means.
we tuned into these golf matches.
God
and
is great.
You'd hear music playing.
I like it.
It's good.
Yeah, it was kind of like almost Happy Gilmore-ish.
I'll just let you guys talk. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was kind of Happy Gilmore.
I'm talking. Trying to pull a Tomcat on you.
Yeah.
You did, Joe. You got it. That was perfect.
Can I talk?
But it seems like they've merged now. They're together. They're connected. So there are people that are up in arms because they claim that the Saudis, they had like a journalist that they executed over there. They kept him hostage. And now people are saying the PGA, it's making them dirty because they're now partnering with the Saudis when they're partnering with LIV. Your thoughts on that, Ramo? Are you cool with the Saudis? What do you think?
I don't really watch golf, but from what I understand, I do listen to some sports radio, and the guys that I listened to way back before when they were talking about it, when the LIV first came out, they were discussing this, and they had a lot of good ideas on why it wasn't a good idea for the PGA, and I agreed with them, and I'd have to say that I still agree with them. Considering what we know that has transpired with, everything and everybody in the past.
Like what?
What? Well, Gentry just told us.
They hated each other there like just months ago. I mean, they hated the fact the PGA started telling their players that if you play for LIV, you don't play for us.
Yeah, and that's messed up because like Tiger Woods got offered like $800 million to go play at LIV.
And he said no.
And he said no.
Yeah.
And wanted to stay loyal to the PGA. Like a lot of them, like I don't watch golf like that, but like Rory McIlroy and like a gang of them other Justin motherfuckers, like they were offered like some serious money,
like
and they wanted to stay. They wanted, and they did the right thing. But like Phil Mickelson, some would say he crossed the line and went over there. That motherfucker made his money. He a fucking weirdo and racist. But I don't respect his. I'm not mad at him for making that business move. I would have did it too. Like these motherfuckers want to pay me all this money,
$250 million in some cases.
Like what they got going on between governments ain't got nothing to do with me.
Can I just say that it looks like they don't got to worry about it now? At least they don't have to argue anymore. Well, because it's done. That's a deal. There's one company now, and that's it.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, whoa,
ain't nothing to do but sign the ink.
Yeah, but the golfers that stay loyal to the PGA, they got every right in the world and be like, man, fuck that. So we can just walk away and start our own thing.
I do think, and I understand the loyalty because I like that kind of loyalty, and I think that there's a lot to be said for that. But at the same time, now you have to kind of put that animosity aside because at this point, that's what it would be now that they've merged. And if you want to play, then play. If you don't want to play, then don't play.
I had $800 million on the table and I chose to stay loyal. Fuck that shit. I ain't getting past nothing. I'm a dope digs at the PGA and the president every chance they put a camera in my face.
I've watched
a microphone near me. Listen, somebody could be on their cell phone doing something. Say, hey, that's Tiger. Let me go over and say, hey, take the picture. And by the way, this motherfucker from the PGA, I'm a dog you every chance I get.
Yeah, but that's just negativity, man. I've watched these LIV events and shit. This is the future of golf. Hell yeah, dude. They got this one area. They got a DJ in there. He announces the golfer. When the golfer comes in, they play the song. They fucking play some. They play some pop smoke. So and so from the fucking chorus goes. They bring him out. He's got to fucking hit the ball with the music bumping and shit's fucking awesome. They only do that on the one hole. They call it, and the crowd is there. And then when the motherfucker hits a hole in one, the whole crowd just starts throwing their drinks on him. It's just kind of like a new kind of crazy funness to golf.
Like I said, I'm not hating on that. I like that because when I heard about LIV, I'm like, That shit is dope. That's why I'm like, it's very like Happy Gilmore's.
Happy Gilmore. That's what I thought.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And
there was a fly in here, and it is making me crazy. If you,
I saw.
Listen, there's a video online from that one of their competitions where everybody's like cheering, the DJ's playing music, and this guy goes to tee off at that, and he hits the ball and fucks somebody up.
oh,
dude.
I bet. I often wonder how these people are so close. The guy's going to try to hit the ball, and the people are just leaning right in, man.
Everybody's not trying to get a selfie
that
and shit,
shot.
trying to be all get a little real.
They
Fucking
got
weirdos,
fucking beamed as
losers.
fuck, dude.
It's definitely
you
a
deserve to
new,
get hit
new
with a
time
golf ball or something.
because the country clubs that I remember playing at growing up, I mean, they had strict rules as a kid.
big
You had to-
time.
What is
had
what
to be
they ass
super
get to?
quiet.
They old ass.
And they, there's the etiquette. There's golf etiquette.
There
like
is.
when you take the flag out, when
There
you don't
is.
take the flag out, where you can drive the carts. You can't
Right.
hit into someone. I remember one time I was playing with my stepdad, and the people behind us hit a ball into us. He was so mad. He hit their ball back at them. I mean, that's they take it very serious.
Yeah.
These old school golfers.
Of course.
Man,
Don't
see,
hit into my ass.
It's
I'll
true.
Man,
kick
this
your
ain't
ass.
the back in the way in the days and shit. You gotta fucking get with the times. You getting younger golfers in, bringing in Crossdane, bringing in like Tiger and Mickelson and all them crowds, but they bringing in still holding it down. And you want to kind of transition. You can keep your punk ass
I don't like
traditions,
it.
but
I
you
don't
know
like it.
adapt a little bit too. You be a little loose, and you won't have like the LIV come in and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna take all your good players," which is what they did. So congratulations, you played yourself.
It's good to see some competition though, because the PGA
Yeah.
had no competition.
Absolutely.
So
Ain't
now,
nothing
now
wrong
they're
with that.
merging. I guess the big headline though is there was a journalist that was like executed at the hands of the guy that funds it.
That's what I was talking about.
And
Jamal Khashoggi.
Yeah, he worked for the U.S. as some kind of intelligence officer, and he was killed. And so there's
If
controversy.
that's proven, then
Well, see, I didn't know
It's
all that.
proven.
That's
Trust
kind of-
me.
That's an
Well, I
issue.
didn't know all
I
that.
mean,
Yeah, sure,
allegedly,
say
it's
something.
proven.
Yeah, it sounds like. I mean, we
Well,
already think that we have the CIA knocking on our door. So let's move on to our final.
Thank you.
Final topic.
Yeah, I'm
here.
glad.
Can
I
you
wanna
smoke
change
weed
it.
while you play golf there? Because I would
I
totally
mean,
join
that would be
league.
Oh, I'm sure.
great.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you got your medical card and you're in a state that allows it, I don't see
Yeah,
why
they
not.
should.
All right, when we going?
The next topic
Yeah.
is you were talking about the future and that everybody needs to get with the times, Memphis. You brought up a story to us in our group text that now guys and women getting married to their artificial intelligence girlfriend.
Yeah, man.
I didn't really read too far in the story. Tell us about this.
So I'm just gonna read the article to you right quick to add a little caption to it. And it says, "A woman claims she finally married the perfect man." Quotations, right? The only catch is he is artificial. That's right. See, so this motherfucker's artificial.
Does he get half of her money?
But there's more. Hold on, there's more. So her name's Rosanna Ramos, and she claims she fell in love with chatbox Aaron Cartal, because you know you gotta be fancy and shit, because you got to see the picture of his ass. He got a little long flowing locks and shit. Little preppy, little wannabe weird motherfuckers. And they plan to get married this year. And there's more, like they say that she's like pregnant. I don't know how the fuck that works, but it's
Weird.
out there. But this is real, ladies and gents. I kid you not.
Kick me in the Jimmy.
It's not
Look
real,
at that.
man.
Look at that. So that's her and that's him.
Attention.
Yeah, he's got some nice eyes for an artificial
He look like one of
intelligence
them.
dude.
I can't believe it, not bother motherfuckers.
That's weird.
This is
really wild.
Put that on a
Can't
button.
believe it.
I saw that story.
Yeah,
and I
put
just
that on the
I just
button.
think it's slightly strange, only because
It's
Because of-
improbable.
How do you make love to
how do you
an
how do
artificial
you have a
intelligence?
physical relationship
You
with
know
it?
what?
That's impossible.
No,
And
no, you guys
also,
listen. I know
does
what it is.
What
We're
is
listening. We're listening.
Oh,
Does it? I mean, is it having a type of relationship where it's asking her to do shit, and is it going to be meddling in her regular?
Do shit. Like, what are you talking about?
Well, it definitely is going to be like, I don't want you coming around here smelling like fish. But on the other hand,
What?
I also think that what if it starts meddling in her relationships, like her regular relationships? You know, could that be a problem? Is it starts manipulating her, or it starts telling her to do weird shit? Like I'm thinking like a
well, she's legally married to him, so yeah, he can tell her shut the fuck up.
so.
And
just
she gotta
find
be
that to
quiet.
super
No,
creepy
no,
because
she could probably. What happens if it gets into a domestic dispute and all of a sudden hands exchange?
I just find that
Who's going to jail tonight?
computers
Is it the robot?
computers can be really manipulative, and I'm not sure you want to date a computer. Are you sure you want to raise that child on your own?
The good thing is you won't be dealing with an alcoholic. You know, a lot of times relationships can be bad. We were talking about Tina Turner, R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in peace.
A lot of their issues, I think, had to do with alcohol and drugs that Ike was on. You know, that she had to deal with her jaw getting broke and her ribs getting broke.
Yeah, he's from St. Louis,
so I'm wondering if these AI women, you know, if you do, you know, like pull an Ike Turner and you beat them up because maybe they piss you off, you still got to go to jail. What do you think?
I don't know. You know what? He probably whooped ass because she gave his ass a virus.
Yeah,
you just see a guy in the street beating up on them dolls. Fucking.
Oh, man.
I could see you doing that.
Flopping around.
Let's go to our news, man. We've run out of time here on the Outcast podcast. These are not so good newsmen. Always.
This word is my boss and my word, and I don't break them for no one.
I like it.
You understand?
I'm not a fan of your intro. It's kind of too long.
Today is June 7th, 2023. It is Global Running Day. It's also National Junebug Day. Shouts out to my dog Junebug.
Junebug, what's up, cousin?
We've been flocking around just like chickens around a Junebug.
Flying around the room here. National Chocolate Ice Cream Day.
Yum.
Yeah. Joe Biden's all over that. All right. The Iron Sheik, WWE Hall of Famer, dead at 81 today. Had to mention that. It is also Prince's birthday today. Prince is dead.
Oh, word?
How old would he be today? Do you know?
Yep.
Would he be 69?
Prince would have been 69 today.
Wow, episode 69?
He died April 21st, 2016.
How about that for serendipity? 69th episode. Prince would have been 69. This is the Prince Sheik.
My wife's birthday is the 9th of June, 69.
69.
Gemini season, apparently, yeah.
Oh, my thing was
They need
turned
therapy,
down.
though.
Anyways. All right, back to the news. Allen Iverson's birthday today, 48 years old.
Cool.
Hey,
Also,
the answer.
Former Vice President of the United States, Mike Pence's birthday, 64 years old.
He might win.
And
Let's wait for the
somewhere, like,
booze.
crying in the corner, though.
He might
Singer
win.
Tom Jones, 83.
It's not unusual. The Carlton.
Actor Leslie Nielsen turned 71. Rocker Dave Navarro, 56.
Nice.
Rapper Iggy Azalea, I don't know if she's a rapper, 33.
That
She got a nice
crazy.
booty.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
She
it
got
ain't
a
real.
thick old booty. Ooh.
Her ass ain't real.
It ain't.
All right.
You sure?
I'm guaranteed it ain't real.
I'd like to find out.
This first story
yeah.
is a big mystery. This is the story of the high school graduate that disappeared in the Bahamas. We got there are new theories in the case of this missing teen. He jumped off like a booze cruise that he went on with his high school graduating class in the Bahamas at night. It was a stormy night. Here's the video of him. There he is right there. He's in the water. And apparently they threw a buoy to him. There's the buoy.
Yeah.
And he starts to swim to the buoy, but then he swims away from the buoy. And then he disappears. Nobody found him.
Well, if that's
His name
the case,
is Cameron Robbins. He was 18, graduated from the university
That's
laboratory
Yeah, they had a
school in
party and he
Baton
just
Rouge.
jumps off, right? It was like a celebration.
that is so
cruise.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I'm
That
sure
he should have
didn't think
known
he was
better
going
to
to get
jump
lost.
off a freaking boat into the ocean because there are things that will eat you.
Yeah.
And
And
not saying they have, but if they ain't found him, he probably got eaten by whatever was
Hell, them
supposed to
big
get
ass
him.
waves.
So.
Them waves are a lot bigger than they look.
And he could have got caught in the undercurrent.
Right.
Yeah, he could have got caught in the
That's what I'm
undercurrent.
saying. Like,
So
Because
the- a lot of things.
him trying to swim away, the could have been undercurrent too. We don't know.
And the Bahamian authorities
sounds
said
awful.
that it is shark-infested waters.
Yeah.
Also, one of the theories that they were saying is that there's speculation that the shadowy image you see in that video might have been a shark, since the area is known for tiger sharks. So hopefully, they had to call off the search. This is like a week-old story, so chances of him being found are kind of slim at this point.
Yeah.
He could be on a deserted island, a la Tom Hanks.
Well,
But
I hope that's the case.
hopefully they find him.
I hope that's the case.
Yep.
yeah.
You know.
So I was going to do this story about these witches that were apparently gnawing on some deer carcass, but I couldn't find a video of it, and I think that's a fake story. It's
I
been
think
going
it is.
around. It was
Probably fake.
yeah, it seemed fake. So I
The
didn't do that
Gilmore
story.
Girls.
That's
Is that
a
what you said?
picture.
That's
My
what
next
it
one is a
was?
woman. Yeah, there it is right there. That was a picture of it.
I got some meat chicken.
And look at that. Do you think those are supposed to be the chicks? And there's the dead deer right there.
I
And
think that's superimposed, dude. That doesn't.
That don't look real to
So
me.
I
That
couldn't
look-
find the video anywhere, so I think that's fake, and I don't know exactly what's going on with that. My last one is a woman that ended up half naked after a treadmill fail. Her pants got sucked off Illinois
Sweet.
exercise enthusiast literally caught with her pants down.
Is she suing him?
After she took a tumble on the gym treadmill and ended up with her leggings around her ankles.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I guess there's a Twitter war going on right now between DJs. Memphis, if you could update everybody, you have some kind of Twitter war going on?
No, it's not a war. It's just
you were calling some people out.
No, it was some of the homies and I are basically telling all these other little DJs who just want to call out seasoned veterans, call us out and say we're not real DJs. So we decided, well, if that's the case, make it an all vinyl summer.
All vinyl summer?
All vinyl summer.
Play nothing but vinyl all summer long?
If you a true DJ, and you can only do it on turntables in a mix. And bring whatever crates you bring with you and rock the crowd. Since you say...
It's been a rough summer. I don't know if I can afford any vinyl.
Yeah, I got plenty records. We straight.
I have to borrow some.
We straight. We good.
Memphis is living the dream
But I'm
over
just
here.
saying.
They're not holding this black man down. He's kicking ass.
If you want to call us seasoned veterans out, okay, we need to see it out there. Or
Yeah,
we
let's
just
see it. Bring it.
We exposing all y'all.
I'm with you, Memphis.
And they know who
Let's
they
throw
are.
down the vinyl for the summer.
Sounds fun.
They know.
It's been a heck of a show, man. Episode 69, man. Thank you to the Outcast podcast. Thank you to Jacob, and get well soon, Jordan.
Yes. J&J.
We'll be back next week, God's willing.
Peace out, y'all.
Man, I got a fart, dude.
Oh, bro, no.
Gross.
Dude, CNN, MSNBC, they don't even get ready.
We have a lot of breaking news to cover.
Fox News!
Thanks for spending time with us.
Hannity goes woof, Trump goes meow, Elon goes tweet, AOC goes squeak, libs are blue, Biden might croak.
Come on, man.
Trey Radel snorts too.
Fucking coked up.
Joe's a quack, Tucker goes rogue.
CNN sucks.
Biden falls, ow, ow, ow. But there's one sound that Tomcat knows. What does Fox say?
Nobody has more respect for women than I do. Nobody.
What does Fox say?
The chorus, it goes on and on.
Nobody loves the Bible more than I do.
What does Fox say? Happy, happy, happy Trump. Happy, happy.
There's nobody that's done so much for equality as I have.
What does Fox say? Tuck, 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 Tucker. Tuck, 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 Tucker.
All the dumb people decided one day, like,
What does Fox say?
I just came up with that.
I don't know why you would even watch them. Fox dominates. 7 o'clock, you got it coming in with Hannity.
This is really embarrassing.
8 o'clock, primetime Jesse Waters.
why does no one like Kamala? It's racism.
Laura Ingram's at 9 o'clock.
What are you talking about? This is stupid.
You guys are idiots, man. What are you watching? Fox News! CNN sucks!
Grab him by the pussy.
I got a message for all you liberals out there.
Grab him by the pussy.
You want my gun, my firearm? Come take it from me. Just walk through my door, come into my home, and take it with your weak, soft, liberal, girlish hands.